Hello and welcome back to Chinese Zero to Hero again. This is John. In this video, I will talk about deciding what to read. In the last video, I talked a little bit about the importance of comprehensible input in your long-term language learning and reaching fluency. In this video, let's talk a little bit about what books or what material you should consume. Now, the primary factor that determines what material works the best is your interest. Whatever interests you, whatever you find captivating, whatever you find engaging should be the material that you choose. For example, I'm learning Korean at the moment, and I'm very interested in Korean history and Korean society and Korean current events, this kind of things. So I spend a lot of time on learning Korean history. I read a lot of books on Korean history, and I look at a lot of YouTube videos on Korean history, and I visit Korean museums and learn Korean history that way. So if you're interested in a certain topic, for example, if you're interested in Chinese history, or if you're interested in, for example, Chinese technology, right? There's a lot of talk about 5G technology right now with Huawei, and I'm just giving you examples. I can't really know exactly what you're interested in, but you're obviously learning Chinese for some reason. If there's anything that interests you that's in Chinese, then you should pursue that topic. And you should also try and cover a broad range of subjects, even though you might be interested in a particular subject. For example, I'm interested in Korean history, but in order to have a broader range of vocabulary, I should also not just learn Korean history, but I should look at Korean folklore, or Korean fairy tales, or read some Korean fiction, or just day-to-day topics like fashion, or home decoration, or automobile, that kind of stuff, which in my circumstance, my Korean teacher is giving me a lot of help in this regard, because my Korean teacher finds that I'm limiting myself too much with one subject, which is history. She is trying to give me a broader range of material to read. So sometimes having a tutor does help. So a lot of people also ask me, how do you find material that is at your level? A lot of people ask me, so John, my Chinese is only at HSK 3, but I want to do more reading and get more comprehensible input. What do I do? My best advice is that at HSK 3 it's really hard, unless you can find these graded readers. For example, when you go to a bookstore in China, if you go to the Chinese foreign language learning section, there are graded books that you can read. There are books that's designed for learners of Chinese language as a foreign language. However, these are very limited, and it's really hard to find something that really interests you. I suggest that it's probably better to just pick whatever material that interests you, even though it might be a little bit difficult, but just try and read and understand what you can, which is what I'm doing right now. For example, I'm interested in Korean history, so I just read any book on Korean history, regardless of how easy or difficult it is, just because I'm interested in the content. With the help of a dictionary and with the help of a tutor, I can get through these materials without much problem. Now, it's really hard to find material that is exactly at your level and that interests you. It's really hard to find that sweet spot. So I would just pick anything that really interests me. In the description of the video below, you can find some links to, for example, book lists or book clubs that you can discover content from. And that's it for deciding what to read. In the next video, I will actually explain to you how you can get the material. Which ebook reader can you use? Which app can you use? How do you get the content at your local library, etc.? And I'll also suggest some websites and WeChat the resources that you can use.